If you're over 60 and your balance is not as steady as it once was, there is an unusual exercise you likely have not tried, and it could change a lot for you. It is not weight training, not yoga, and not another complex plan from a fitness app or magazine. It is simply walking in reverse. Yes, taking steps backwards. It might seem strange, even a bit risky, but recent studies and feedback from thousands of seniors who've done it are revealing something amazing. Walking backwards wakes up muscles, stimulates your brain, and challenges your coordination in a way that regular exercises do not. And surprisingly, almost no one talks about it. That ends now. In this video, I will explain why this one small habit is becoming a game-changing method for seniors aiming to stay balanced, strong, and self-reliant after 60. Because here is the truth that is rarely mentioned. Most of the workouts taught to older adults only build forward-moving strength. While that may feel safe, it conditions your body to repeat the same patterns. That means your balance only develops in one direction forward. But real life does not work like that. Falls don't always happen in a straight line. They occur when you twist, stumble, miss a step, or land your foot somewhere unexpected. That is why walking in reverse makes a difference. When you walk backwards, your body is forced to use often neglected muscles like your glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Depend more on proprioception, your internal awareness of body position. Activate your core and spine to maintain posture. Stimulate brain areas tied to balance, especially ones that age affects all of that, from just one basic movement. And best of all, no gym is needed. No tools required. Just a smooth surface and the willingness to try something different. Now, before you brush this off as too risky, let me ask you, what is actually more dangerous? Trying a safe, gentle movement in a controlled area or letting your balance fade every day until stairs, bathrooms, and sidewalks feel like threats? This is about being proactive. It's about training your body and mind to move securely in all directions, not just forward. And don't worry, in this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to begin. No guessing, no tricks. You'll discover how walking in reverse helps more than just your legs. You'll hear what science says about how it supports memory, movement control, and avoiding falls. You'll see how only a few minutes each day can bring back confidence in how you move. So, if you felt slower, more unsteady, or even scared of falling, don't brush it off. Don't wait until using a walker or cane is your only option. Take a few steps back, literally, and see what changes. In the next section, I will break down exactly why this exercise is so helpful for older adults and how it starts rewiring balance systems in your body right away. Once you learn what happens behind the scenes, this strange activity won't feel strange anymore. It'll feel necessary. What sets backward walking apart and makes it so effective, especially for seniors? To grasp that, picture your body as a network of communication. Your muscles send signals to nerves. Nerves send them to your brain. The brain responds based on the input it receives. But here's the issue. By the time you're over 60, this feedback loop often becomes dull. Most people walk only forward. 99.9% of the time, we sit, we stand, we move all in the same direction. The result? Our body stops practicing how to adjust its balance. Muscles along the backside, especially the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back, end up underused. Coordination becomes automatic instead of being tested. And that is exactly why walking in reverse feels strange at first. Your brain simply is not familiar with it. But here is where things start to get interesting. When you begin walking backwards, 3 major things happen at once. First, your body activates muscles that have been inactive. The glutes, your largest and most important muscles for stability, finally get involved. Calves and hamstrings work harder to manage your steps. And your ankles, knees, and hips have to balance each movement during each push backwards. Second, your brain is forced to stay alert. Backward walking is not passive. It requires attention. Your brain must judge space, timing, and body position in a whole new way. This stimulates the cerebellum and prefrontal cortex parts of the brain that control coordination, planning, and balance adjustments. Third, it resets your movement habits. Doing the same motions repeatedly becomes less helpful. Walking backwards interrupts this forward-only habit, retrains your body's sense of position, and improves how you adjust to real-world balance challenges. This means your body becomes more reactive, not just active. And for older adults, that is a big deal. Most falls happen not because of weak muscles, but because the brain cannot respond fast enough to surprises: a wet floor, a change in surface, or an uneven step. Walking in reverse trains the brain to handle surprises and react more quickly. It also boosts your posture. Moving backwards naturally makes you stand straighter, engage your core, and lift your chest. Now compare that to the common forward slump many seniors unknowingly adopt: shoulders rolled in, eyes lowered, center of gravity leaning ahead. That posture increases the chances of falling. Walking in reverse helps reverse that too. Here is something most people do not realize. Just 10 minutes of walking backwards activates more brain activity for balance than 30 minutes of walking forward. That is not an opinion. That is based on EEG and fMRI scans, measuring brain response during movement in older adults. It is not about burning calories or pushing hard. It is about stimulating the brain and body in the right way. And backward walking does that efficiently. You do not have to be athletic. You do not have to be flexible. You just have to be open to trying the new direction. And the results? They show up faster than you might expect. In the next section, I will guide you through the specific muscles that are triggered and explain how walking backwards can rebuild leg strength. Even if you have not exercised in years. We will break down which muscles are used and how this one movement works like a mix of physical therapy and strength training. Let us talk about strength, because for seniors, it is not just about appearance. It is about maintaining freedom, the ability to rise from a chair, step onto a curb, or walk confidently across a room. These all depend on lower body strength, and walking backwards works on exactly the muscles that many seniors are losing. Here is what you are rebuilding every time you take a backward step. First, gluteus maximus. This is the largest and strongest muscle in the body, and one of the first to weaken after the age of 60. It controls your hip movement, supports your pelvis, and protects your lower back. Walking backwards engages your glutes much more than walking forward does. Each backward step forces your hip to extend against gravity. That is a muscle contraction, and that is exactly how strength is rebuilt. Second, hamstrings. These are the muscles behind your thighs. They are key for bending the knees, absorbing shock, and keeping you from falling. In older adults, weak hamstrings usually go unnoticed until you try to sit down, step off something, or stop yourself mid-fall. Walking in reverse reactivates the hamstrings by challenging them to control the movement. You are not just stepping, you are also stabilizing. That is how control improves. Third, calves and ankles. Each reverse step requires accurate control from your lower legs. The calf muscles lift and lower the heel with precision, while the ankle stabilizers work to support each landing. This builds ankle strength, an often overlooked, but essential part of balance recovery. Fourth, core muscles. Here is something many people miss. When you walk backwards, your abdominal muscles and obliques work harder. Why? Because your brain stays alert, and your core must tighten to help you stay upright and steady. This strengthens the spine, helps you stand taller, and eases pressure on your lower back. Fifth, foot muscles and toes. Older adults with balance problems often lose control in their feet. Walking in reverse activates your toes in new ways, helping to re-engage the small foot muscles that manage grip, step control, and accurate foot placement. But this is not only about muscles, it is about coordination. Walking backwards builds better connections between your brain and your legs. And when these signals move faster and more clearly, everything becomes easier: walking, climbing stairs, standing up, or turning directions quickly when needed. That is why many physical therapists use backward walking in rehab programs. It helps restore strength without straining the joints. It improves flexibility without long stretching routines. It supports heart health without high-impact workouts. And you do not need to be perfect. You do not need to walk for long. What matters is doing it regularly. Just 2 minutes a day is enough to begin activating these muscle groups the right way. Gently, safely, and effectively. In the next section, we will focus more on your brain. Because walking backwards is not only about your muscles. It also stimulates brain regions that typically slow down with age. That is why this simple movement may also help sharpen your memory, focus, and reflexes. You will learn why neurologists are now calling backward walking a type of brain training hidden inside a physical activity. You already understand that walking backwards strengthens your lower body. But what if I told you it also strengthens your mind? Because the real breakthrough of this unusual movement is not just physical, it is neurological. Walking backwards activates areas of your brain that most exercises do not reach. And for older adults, that can be the difference between staying alert or becoming slower with age. Let us break down what is happening inside your brain when you move in reverse. First, it activates the cerebellum. This is the part of your brain responsible for balance and coordination. When you walk backwards, the cerebellum must work extra hard to handle motion, direction, and muscle control at the same time. It becomes more responsive, and that leads to fewer stumbles, quicker reactions, and better accuracy in your everyday movements. Second, it stimulates the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles decisions, focus, and memory. Research shows that unfamiliar movements like walking in reverse increase blood flow and brain activity in this region. The result? Sharper focus, more mental alertness, and improved flexibility in thinking. Third, it boosts neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to adapt, grow, and create new connections. The challenge of moving backwards, especially in a safe but changing space, forces your brain to build new motor pathways. It works like resistance training for your nervous system. And here is the exciting part. Studies show that just 10 minutes of backward walking can noticeably improve short-term memory, term memory. Older adults. Why? Because moving in reverse takes the brain off autopilot and puts it in high alert mode. So you are not only training your muscles, you are also activating brain circuits that are essential for daily safety and mental sharpness. That includes quick reactions when you lose balance, remembering directions in a busy place, and making faster choices in unexpected situations. You can think of walking backwards as cognitive strength training. You are not doing puzzles or using brain apps. You are engaging multiple brain areas at the same time through motion. And that is how the brain is meant to grow, by handling physical challenges, not just solving problems. There's also a benefit to your mood. When you activate the prefrontal cortex, it also increases serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals responsible for positive feelings. Many older adults say they feel lighter, clearer, and more energized after just a few minutes of walking backwards. Because the movement is unusual, it creates a sense of newness, which helps boost motivation and reduce mental tiredness. Here is the bottom line. Walking backwards is not just about strengthening your muscles. It is a complete reset for your body, your brain, and your emotions. It sharpens your mind, helps stabilize your mood, and improves your reaction time. In the next part, I will guide you on exactly how to get started, where to walk, how to stay safe, and how to build confidence step by step. Because if this is your first time learning about backward walking, it might feel a bit unusual. But with the right steps, it is safer and easier than most people expect. So let us go step by step. You do not need a gym. You do not need fancy equipment. You do not even need a large space. But you do need a plan. Because while walking backwards is very effective, it is still unfamiliar. And for older adults, safety comes first. Step 1. Choose the right surface. Pick a flat, open area with no obstacles. Wide hallways, clear patios, or empty garages work great. Avoid rugs, loose gravel, cracked sidewalks, or crowded areas. You want flooring that is even and smooth. Step 2. Use a support. At first, use a wall, a counter, or even a walking stick for slight support. You are not holding yourself up with it, you are just using it to steady yourself and boost your confidence. Step 3. Wear good shoes. Avoid socks, slippers, or open sandals. Use shoes with firm heel support and a solid, steady sole. Skip anything with thick padding that might affect your balance. Go for something flat, steady, and secure. Step 4. Start slowly, really slowly. Your first walk should last just 1 to 2 minutes. Take small, careful steps. Keep your eyes facing forward, but slightly tilt your head to stay aware of surroundings. Be aware of the space behind you. Do not hurry. This is not about moving fast. It is about staying controlled. Step 5. Focus on form. Stand up straight, keep your shoulders back, and engage your core muscles. Step from toe to heel, not with a flat foot. Let your arms swing naturally. Do not hold them stiff. If you find yourself slouching or constantly looking down, pause and reset your posture. Step 6. Be consistent. Even just 2 minutes a day can bring real results. Your muscles and brain need repetition to improve. Increase time slowly. Start with 2 minutes, then move to 3, then 5. Never increase speed or difficulty until your balance feels natural. Now, let us go over a few common concerns. Q. What if I still feel unstable, even while holding on to something? Start by marching in place. Stand tall and slowly lift one foot behind you, then the other. It imitates backward walking without the full motion, but still trains the right muscles. Q. Can I do this outside? Yes, as long as the surface is flat, dry, and quiet. Parks with walking paths work well. Just go when it is not crowded. Avoid steep driveways or busy sidewalks. Q. Should I stretch before or after? No deep stretches are needed. Just take 30 seconds to warm up. Stand in place, roll your shoulders, lift your knees gently, and release any tightness. After walking, drink water and sit upright for a few minutes. This allows your nervous system to settle. Q. How will I know if it is helping? Within a few sessions, you will feel more steady. You will notice you recover your balance faster. Your walking will become more mindful, and over time, stairs and uneven surfaces will feel less scary. Q. Can I do this with someone? Absolutely. In fact, it is encouraged. Having a friend or caregiver nearby adds emotional confidence, not just physical safety. And if they join you, they will benefit too. This is not about proving anything. It is not about pushing limits or taking risks. It is about teaching your body how to do one important thing: recover balance. If you have never done exercise before, this is one of the easiest and most effective ways to start. Because you are not just moving, you're training your brain, your joints, and your muscles to work together. In the final section, I will show you how to combine backward walking with one simple daily habit that increases its benefits, helping you get stronger faster and maintain that progress longer. It is the secret to turning this new routine into a long-lasting part of your life. You have learned the science. You have seen the benefits. And maybe, for the first time in a long while, you feel like your legs and balance are back under control. But how do you keep that going? Because the real success is not just about trying something new. It is about building a system that helps your strength grow steadily over time, without slipping back. That system starts with one final step: fueling your body with the right kind of protein after your walk. Here is the reason why. Even a few minutes of walking backwards activates muscles that have not been used in years. You cause small amounts of tissue damage to build it back stronger. But your body can only repair and grow that tissue if it has what it needs to do the job. And for older adults, that key ingredient is protein. Not just any protein. You need high quality, bioavailable protein, the type that aging muscles can actually absorb and use. And you need to take it within 30 to 60 minutes after your walk, when your body is most open to it. This is not a fitness trick. It is simple biology. After age 60, your muscles begin to. As you age, your muscles become anabolically resistant. That means they need a stronger, clearer signal to grow and a better supply of amino acids to rebuild. If you skip that step, you miss the opportunity. Your nervous system learns the movement, but your muscles do not change. But when you combine backward walking with a small amount of protein, this is what happens. You can double your rate of muscle protein synthesis. You feel less soreness and lower inflammation. You strengthen the connection between your brain and muscles. You also speed up recovery and lower the risk of injury. And this does not need to be complicated. No special powders or strict diets are required. Just a boiled egg and a few slices of avocado, or a small serving of Greek yogurt, a whey protein shake with water, a bit of cottage cheese, even a few bites of lean chicken or fish. The key is not doing it perfectly. The key is timing. You have trained your muscles, now give them fuel. That is how strength turns into stability. That is how new routines turn into lasting changes. And here is the best part. This combination of backward walking and protein is not just a workout. It is a form of protection. It helps you stay independent. It builds your confidence. It keeps you moving through life with less fear. Because the main reason older adults lose mobility is not age. It is doing nothing. Missed signals, missed chances, but now you know the truth. And now you have the tools. Just 2 to 5 minutes of backward walking daily, add a little protein. Stay consistent. And you will not be watching your strength fade, you will be taking it back. You are not finished. You are just beginning. If this video brought you some understanding, motivation, or even a bit of hope, leave a comment saying, "I'm walking back." And if you want to go further, hit subscribe. Because this is just the start of building real strength and energy after 60. See you in the next one.